Welcome to PeopleCert Data Science Foundation training in association with One World Training. So let's talk what is data and why is data science important. So as we talk about the basic concept of data, data is everywhere. Data is the basic element which drives the world now. So you would have heard this concept that data is the next oil. So all the organizations or all the individuals who are working on any of the electronic gadget, they produce quantum of data. So it looks like data is the biggest entity which is now generated every now and then. But then we are in this case talking about the implication of data generation and how it can be looked from the business perspective. So data, as I said, is a fundamental element which gets generated when you start processing any information. So data science as a concept basically provides business with the ability to process and interpret the data, and they basically help to get the informed decisions by processing this data. So you can always take your business decisions pertaining to the growth, pertaining to the optimization, the customer satisfaction, or you can basically drive your financial goals by going deeper into the aspects of data science. So data science as a stream basically combines statistics, mathematics, computation, and it also include analysis of large amount of complex and raw organizational data. So the focus is how you can meaningfully process this data which is available in the organization. So data science is combination of many fields, and these fields are statistics, mathematics, and how you can basically represent those data to make the effective decision making. So at the end of the day, the outcome of data science is business leaders should be able to provide the right set of decisions based on the data which is analyzed through the process. So as we say, data science comprises of first step, preparing the data for the analysis and processing. So most of the data which is available in the world, it can be in a form of structured or unstructured data. So you need to ensure that the data which is available, how that data can be consumed by your data sets. The second step is performing the advanced data analysis by using the complex algorithms and how you can use the analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to find the overall pattern in the data. The third step is how you can transform these patterns into the predictions, which can help you support taking the business decisions. So the next step is how you can validate these results through scientifically designed tests and experiences. And last, how you are presenting those results in the form of visualizations or report, which enables your stakeholder to draw the inferences and help them to come to some conclusion. So data science is the ever-growing field and it is highly in demand. Why it is rare? Because most of the people who work in this area, they have limited knowledge of how to extract the data, how to process the data, and how to transform the data to make them a right oriented result for the business. So as we say, the different organization basically provide different kind of job roles for data sciences, and you need to possess these right skills and understand how you are going to use these skills to get the required set of jobs. The jobs for data scientists are very high in demand, and there are different organizations which basically provide different job roles related to the data scientist. So it is very important to understand whether the job role is purely for the technical purposes, which includes data modeling, or you need to have the other kind of skills, which includes the business analyst as well. So jobs pertaining to data science are going to stay longer in this market. So now let's talk about what is data science. Data science is all about extraction, preparation, analysis, visualization, and maintenance of information. It is a cross-disciplinary field which uses scientific methods and processes to draw the insights from data. So if you see this Venn diagram, so this shows if you want to be a data scientist, you need to have a domain knowledge. You also need to have the knowledge of computer science. Additionally, you should know mathematical and statistical aptitude as well. So when you see the intersection of these three areas, the core or the center of this basically is your data science. So you need to have intersection or knowledge of domain plus the computer knowledge. So the person who have a knowledge of domain and the computer science, we call these roles as a data engineer, and these people are important, but then they are primarily the hardcore people doing the coding. People who have a knowledge of domain and who have a great know-how of mathematics or statistics, they are more into research and analysis. They are called data analysts or people who are more in analyzing the data. So for these people, you need to have the statistics knowledge. You should know the mathematics. You should have some design tool knowledge, and there should be a way by which you can do the fine tuning as well. So people who have knowledge of computers and who have knowledge of mathematics and statistics, these people can follow or they can basically get the knowledge of machine learning, and these people run various regression or classification models. So this is an important aspect when you are trying to become a data scientist. So in nutshell, people with domain knowledge, people with knowledge of computer science, and people with the knowledge of mathematics and statistics, they have high probability of turning their careers into a data scientist. So pros and cons of data sciences. So choosing data science as a field, there are multiple advantages and few sets of disadvantages as well. So talking about the advantages, this field is very high in demand. So all the people have been following and chasing this field. So there is an abundance of positions which are there in the job market. So it is a highly paid career as well. This is highly prestigious as well. So people who have the knowledge of data science, they are highly regarded. So the likes of CXO, the people who are in the CXO level, they basically consider the high regards to the people who have the data science knowledge. Also, people have to be versatile when they are working on data science because they need to know the business, they need to know computer science, and they need to have a great knowledge of mathematics and statistics. So the data scientists need to have the high level of versatility. So these are the typical advantages of being working in a data science field. Few disadvantages. So as we see, this term data science has been loosely used by various set of people. So it is more of a blurry term. Second, it's very impossible or it's next to impossible to become an expert in this area because you need to have tons of domain experience. You need to know or you need to have a deeper knowledge of your field, which is IT or computer science, and also you need to have a flavor for statistics or mathematics. So mastering data science is next to impossible. So as we said earlier, domain knowledge is a key if you are trying to make your career in data scientist. So there are some arbitrary data which may yield some unexpected results. So the data science or the analysis can only be as good as the kind of data being used. So the results which are produced as an outcome can also have some unexpected results if the overall quality of data is not so good. And the last, it can be a problem of data privacy. Whenever you are using data, the data can be available in open domain, and the data has to be even put across from the organization concepts or from the perspective of organization boundaries. So you need to ensure that the data which you are using, the concept of data privacy has to be dealt very closely. So there can be some issues pertaining to data privacy whenever you are trying to consume the data which are not well within your boundaries. So these are few of the disadvantages.